Now we come to Afrofuturism 2.0, and this is another wave, the rise of Astro-Blackness and the Black Speculative Arts Movement. We're actually in Afrofuturism 2.0 right now. Afrofuturism blossoms into all these different types of genres. And there's even new ones emerging, like African futurism and Black quantum futurism, too. There's a great quote and term from the Reverend Andrew Rawlins that talks about the rise of Astro-Blackness. It's about a person's Black state of consciousness released from a confining and crippling colonial and slave mentality, who becomes aware of the multitudes and varied possibilities and probabilities within the universe. So Astro-Blackness shifts us from this modern era of Blackness to a planetary perspective in response to the challenges facing Black life in the early 21st century. Now, I call 2018 the year of the Panther, when the Black Panther film came out. And, was wondering, how did Futurism 2.0 end up on local ABC News as I did? I was able to articulate what the Black Panther meant to me. It's a smash box office hit. And I can tell you, when I was at the community screening at the Grand Theater in Oakland, I was thrilled. First of all, to see Oakland on the screen being portrayed, and then next, flying into this beautiful etched city of Wakanda. The whole community in the theater were just like, yes! It was just one of those moments. You see, there was this exhibition going on in the Schoenberg Center for the Study of Black Studies. It was called The Alchemy of the Black Imagination. And you had this wonderful exhibition of fantastic artwork that imagined Black people on different planets, in the galaxy, on Earth, with new types of technologies. It extends what Afrofuturism 2.0 does, is it extends the edges of radical Black art. It's transnational, it's trans-contextual, it's diasporic, it's a cultural worldview for interrogating Eurocentric motifs, the linear constructions of past, present, and future. So it goes further, it extends Afrofuturism 1.0 even more. Tiffany Barber and Ronaldo Anderson have this wonderful quote where they say, the Black angel of history has traveled across beyond space and time to prepare us for a future African Zion beyond this place of wrath and tears. See, it carries and extends where we've been before. So 2.0, the version of Afrofuturism, extends the reach of radical Black visual art, literature, theater, social and applied sciences, and critical theory in the US. And so the alchemy of the Black imagination ushered in this wonderful movement called the Black Speculative Arts Movement that was co-founded by Ronaldo Anderson and John Jennings and others. You see, the one thing I want to make clear here too is I'm one head talking, but with me and alongside me are thousands, hundreds, millions of people that are part of this wave of Afrofuturism. Some people are into African futurism, Black quantum futurism, and the Black Speculative Arts Movement. It's a wave that we're experiencing, and we're just riding that wave right now. You see, it's all about tracing the Black fantastic. Less than 2% of card-carrying professional futurists identify as Black. But that doesn't mean there aren't plenty of Black futurists and foresight strategists and futures visionaries abundant in the streets, the arts, at the protests, in tech labs. So tracing the Black fantastic refers to what Richard Aiton talks about, the minor key sensibilities generated from the experiences of the underground. You see, we can see it around us right now in the protests going on across the nation. Those minor keys are being played, tested, experimented, extended. So tracing the Black fantastic means to recover past, progressive, liberating alternative futures and sprouting them into the present. We also have these fantastic science fiction authors, women authors, who are breaking barriers, like N.K. Jemisin with Fifth Season, and Binti by Nnedi Okorafor, winning Hugo and Nebula Science Fiction Awards. We have graphic novels coming out like The Black Panther Party and Infinitum by Tim Fielder that really talk and meet the past with the present. You see, The Black Panther Party began in the 60s. And when I looked at their 10-point program, I agreed with every point they made. They were talking about reparations, free access to quality healthcare and education, where we realized that in the film of the Black Panther and are still struggling with that right now in 2020. Unbelievable, but we are. And we have this wave and renaissance of movies like Sorry to Bother You and The Black Klansman. And these wonderful murals that were up on 9th Street in Oakland by Tarika Lewis that proclaimed a Wakanda and Okanda here already too, interrogating, this lineage of Black history in Oakland. There's Erica Huggins too, a former leader of the Black Panther Party, who envisions how to speak about white privilege. And so we have these leaders, these elders like Tarika Lewis and Erica Huggins and Angela Davis, who are our sages, who are these Black visionary thinkers that are still alive. We are learning so much from them. So tracing the Black fantastic as our cultural vibranium, it's about reading their radically hopeful possibilities into a future augmented with progressive values and fused with more Black soul. CLR James really has this great quote. He talks about that the fundamental task is to recognize the democratic socialist Afro-queer utopia society and record the facts of its existence, so that we can see these scenes and moments are read as outposts of a new society. In walking around Oakland, especially right now in San Francisco and Oakland, you see these wonderful art pieces done by Black artists and some white artists too, talking about their inspirations about the future where Black lives matter.